what's up guys? Let's learn how to test AC voltage, DC voltage using this multimeter. Okay, so we have our AC source here and we have our DC source here. Okay, then this is our multimeter, and probably you know how to use a multimeter. This multimeter might differ from what you have right now, but they're essentially the same, because they will always indicate in the ranges here, they always indicate all the parameters that you're supposed to be testing. So you have voltage here, you have voltage DC, then you have got voltage AC, that's 750. This can measure up to 750, and then 1000 volts DC. Then you have current here, AC 600 amps, 20 amps, 2 amps, and then ohms, that's the resistance. You can measure up to 200 mega ohm to as low to 200 ohm and below. Okay. All right, and then you have two testing probes here. So what we are going to do, we have the probes here. Then you make sure that you put them as per color. Okay, so you just plug this one here and also plug this one here. You have to pay much attention, especially when you're testing high voltage. Okay, you have always to make sure that your meter is within the range of the voltage that you are testing, so that if you're not sure, you must pick the highest range on your meter. Okay, all right. So the first thing you're going to do, because we are going to measure voltage for AC and DC, so we'll first measure AC voltage first. So we have got our extension here. So the first thing you have to do is turn your multimeter on. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to turn your dial to this voltage here, 750 AC. All right, then you're going to put on your left side, and then so you're able to see there, that's 240. Okay, it will fluctuate like that, the 243 or 42. So that's simply that. You just put in these probes and then put on those terminals. In most cases, you can interchange. So you put there, and also here. It also gives you the same thing. Okay. So that's how you're going to be measuring your voltage on SC, but you must be very, very careful, and also you must be very keen on where you're putting the probes. In most cases, if you're putting in a congested area, you must make here that you must be very keen where your probe tip are touching, so that you don't short. Now let us measure our DC right here. So for DC, we are just going to turn to 1000 V with those dotted lines, which is DC. If you measure it with this, it won't measure, so you have to put in direct current. So this battery, it has got some voltage, so you can see, you can use this lamp tester to check. So it has got some voltage, so we wanna see how much volt is here. Okay, so you put here positive and then negative. So you see our reading there is 13 volts, and the battery itself, it is rated at 12 volts, 700 ampere hour. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you have seen. Now there is one thing. If you ever want to know the polarity of this battery here, now, for example, this is indicated by these colors. We have red and black. Red which would denote positive, and this would denote negative. So if when we tested here, you saw that that is 13 amps. Okay, but if you changed your probe vice versa, you see that there is a negative or a minus sign that shows up on the screen. So that will tell you that your probes are reversed. Okay, so normally if you're testing a battery and if you want to know the polarity of a battery and you're not very sure how, you just have to, to put this. If you put the probe like this and then there is a negative sign, then you know that you have to reverse it the other way. So if you put like this and everything is okay, then you just know, you take this as your positive. Okay, all right, I hope you learned something. So if you're wondering how to test your voltage, that's how you test your voltage for both DC and the SC. You probably, the only way you can use these test lamps is when maybe you want to know if there is some, current or not, only that. But this one won't give you an actual thing. At least use a multimeter. Okay, so thank you very much. Please leave me a like, give me a thumbs up, please, if you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe. And if you like to share it with a person that you know that he always enjoys this kind of content. Thank you very much. Until next time.